comfortable seat and let your lips become still. And close your eyes. Close your eyes. Happy springtime. Close your eyes for a moment. This comes from my teacher, Robin Rose Bennett. She says, the element of spring equinox is air. The colors are green and lilac, pink and yellow, sky blue. The herbs that we use to smudge ourselves during this time can be lavender, sweetgrass, sweet white clover. The teas that are very beneficial right now are oat straw and violet leaves, nettle leaves, spearmint, red clover. And the meditation that we do is to feed your ageless soul by meditating on your own rebirth. Feed your ageless soul by meditating on your own rebirth. I've been talking this week about coming into that silence and the discipline of silence, and that word discipline, how that resonates with you or doesn't. So I was actually at my beautiful apprenticeship with Robin this week. We started again for the final year, my third year. And she said something so magical. She says a lot of things so magical, but the one thing that stuck with me is you are not here to fix yourself. You're here to engage yourself. And to be in that silence, to sit in that silence and engage that timeless self. To be in that conversation with that inner being so that our inner being can engage in the outer world. So here with the spring equinox, to engage yourself fully in who you are, to connect to the offering of Saraswati, the goddess of speech, the goddess of silence, the one that brings us to ourself. Om Aim Saraswati. So take your thumb to your ring finger, Surya Mudra, keeping your eyes closed. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Try to say that with me. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. 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 One more time. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. And then just sit for a moment. What are you birthing? What is this beautiful energy of you creating? And with the complete support of the sun, of the radiant sun. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Inhale for the sound of Om, deep breath in. Release your hands. Open your eyes. Come into child's pose. The words of great beings arise from deep silence and are divinely inspired. They are eternally true. They apply to everyone's life regardless of religion, nationality, or creed. There's a kind of speech through which problems are solved. This kind of speech is through the foundation of truth. We have to come into that place of silence to be able to become that sage of speech. So we move into that very powerful place of being. How are we feeding our ageless soul? By meditating on our own rebirth. Dropping inside. You know, typically springtime is the time that you can start screaming and yelling and jumping up and down, right? If you have any animals in your house, you know they know when springtime, right? That's spring fever. But before you go into that jumping up and down and dancing with your feet barefoot, come into the silence. Allow the silence to belong to you. And then rise up, downward facing dog. And you can pedal your heels, you can bend your knees. And then come into silence and stillness. Come into deep listening. I've said over and over again that this last year has been a reorganization of our lives in the most powerful way, where we become more quiet, not as busy. Step to the front of your mat, standing forward, bend. I think cosmically there was enough of us who were saying, I don't want to be as busy as I've been. And so the universe said, okay, let's just shut everything down for you. Let your body just hang, drape, release. I was having a private session with someone this past week, and I started to ask her about Reiki, and she said, oh, I'm a Reiki master. And I said, oh, and I started to say something, and she says, oh, I know, I have to get back to doing Reiki for whoever it was that she was talking about. And I said, no, you have to do it for yourself. Do it to yourself. Touch yourself with your Reiki. Heal yourself. Hands on your hips, push down through your legs, rise up. Bring your hands at your heart center, Anjali Mudra, and begin breath of fire. Inhale, exhale through the nose. If anybody needs a tissue in-house, let me know. I can't come bring it to your house, but in-house. Good. You pump that navel in and out. Remember, we're in the kapha season, which means wetness. We have excess wetness in the body. So this is a perfect breathing practice to do every day to release some of that excess. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, sit back to chair. Place your hands on your thighs. Press your thighs down. Squeeze your shins in, press your thighs down. Now inhale, look forward. Exhale, round. Now here, no breath at all, and try to swish your belly to left and right, left and right. Nollie. Move your belly left to right. Just see if you can feel the belly move. And then inhale, look forward. Exhale, round. No breath at all, and try to move the belly left to right and right to left. Even if you don't think you're doing it right, just see that your mind is trying to move your belly left to right and right to left. Good. One more time. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, round. Try it one more time. Beautiful. Inhale, look forward. Reach the arms up alongside the ears. Rise up to stand. Keep breathing. Take a hold of your left wrist and pull to the right. Push down through those legs. Inhale, come back to center and switch to the other side. Good. Come back to center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Send the left leg back behind you. Drop the left knee to the mat. Inhale the arms to the sky. Right leg forward first. Beautiful. You can drop your elbows wide if you like. Send your chest up. Draw your rib cage back. Lean back. Gorgeous. Hands down to the floor. Lift your back knee up. Step your back foot in just a little bit. Go straight on both legs. Parsvottanasana. This July, Naturally Yoga has been in this building for 20 years. Can you take it? And I started teaching in 1996. So how many years is that? Who has good math skills?
Veronica.
Veronica. No, she doesn't have good math skills. She's shaking her head no. 25? Shoot. And I still get my left and right mixed up? Damn it. Step your left foot to meet your right foot. Bend your knees, reach your arms forward and up, chair. Rise all the way up to stand. Take a little baby back bend, reach up and back. And bow forward. Gorgeous, everyone. Take your right leg back behind you. Drop your knee to the mat. Inhale your arms to the sky. You can drop your elbows wide if that feels good. Lean back into the space that's holding you so sweetly. That silent space that is very active. I constantly think that my guides, my angels are like, oh my God, working overtime. Oh, here's something very funny. I'll tell you in a second. Drop your hands down to the floor. Lift your back knee. Step your back foot in. Both legs go straight. I had a wonderful, wonderful session, sound healing and Reiki session with dear friend Tony. And she said, set an intention for what you want to get from the session. And I don't usually set intentions, but she said, you want to meet your spirit guides, whatever. And I'm like, oh, yeah. That's what I want to do. I want to meet my spirit guides. So I'll tell you in a second what came through. Step forward, right foot up to meet the left. Good. Bend your knees here again. Reach your arms forward and up, chair. Take your butt back. Way back, way back. Good, Robin. Now clasp your hands behind your back and bow forward. Take your arms up and over any amount. Straighten those legs slowly, slowly. Press through the tops of your thighs back. Widen your sit bones. Beautiful. Let your left hand come to your outer right ankle. Reach up. As you're turning, tack that left hip crease back. Tack it back. Do not lock your knees. So Lauren, watch locking your knees. Good. Change sides. If you are a knee locker backer, you can always put a block between your shins, right? That'll help a lot. Beautiful. And touch down, step back, downward facing dog. Move forward to plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Rise up into the intoxicated cobra. So turn yourself left and right. Yeah, move those hips. And then press back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. Stepping your right foot forward. Open up to Virabhadrasana 2. Place your left hand on your left hip. Press your hip back into your hand. Turn your right palm up and reach to the back of your mat. Keep pressing your hip up into that hand though. Keep sending your right knee forward. Gorgeous. And then straighten that front leg and reach for triangle pose. So as she was doing this amazing energy work on me, I kept seeing this little animal come forward. Got a little bit of a snout, tiny ears. I'm like, what are you? I don't know what you are. What are you? You're my spirit animal? What are you? And finally the word weasel came through. My spirit animal is a weasel, you guys. Bend your right knee. Come forward. Not a lion, Ardha Chandrasana. Not a wolf, a weasel. But it's good. Weasel energy is really good. It's detecting things that are unseen and unspoken. Being able to see things that are unseen and unspoken. So weasel is great spirit energy, but wow. Step back, second warrior. Right forearm on right thigh, left arm over the ear, or go deeper, side angle, Parshvakonasana. Make sure that right side body stays long, so if you drop your hand to the floor, stay long. Keep your breath moving. Nice, Roz. Touch down, downward facing dog. Nice, Larry. Come forward to plank. Take it through your vinyasa. Beautiful, Ruchi. Nice. Intoxicated cobra. Good. Left foot steps forward, Virabhadrasana 2 when you're ready. Right hand on right hip. Turn the left palm up, reach back behind you, but keep pushing your hip into your hand. Good, straighten that front leg, reach for triangle pose. Gorgeous, gorgeous. For a moment, drop into the information your body shares in Trikonasana. Good. Bend your left knee, half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Squeeze those legs. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And sweetly step back, Vira 2. And left forearm, left thigh, or lower side angle. Beautiful, Heidi. So sweet. Touch down, hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Vinyasa of choice or none at all, maybe child's pose. Finding yourself in downward facing dog. Nice. Jump to squat, please. Who's doing my 3-minute squatting every day challenge? Heidi, nice job. Yes. Anybody in this room? Just Bob?
Yeah. I have been doing it.
3-minute a day challenge, squatting challenge. Squatting to the new you. That's going to be a book I'm going to write. How to become the new you, squatting to the new you. Even if you need to be on your toes or putting a block underneath you. And then go into the silence here. Beautiful. Standing forward bend, please. Gorgeous, everyone. Step your left leg back behind you. Right foot is still forward. Walk to the left until you come to the center. And bow. Let yourself release every vertebra of your spine. Let yourself release your mind. No thinking. Moving into that deep silence. The discipline of silence, right? By Guru Mai, she writes the yoga of discipline. Discipline of silence. And again, that word discipline can be challenging, so instead, how about engaging in silence? Take your left hand to your outer right ankle, right arm to the sky, twist open. Move that arm a little bit closer to your ear so you get a lot of side body length. Now push your inner left thigh more to the left. Nice melody. And then change sides. Take your inner right thigh more to the right. Open up. Moving from the back of the heart, twisting from the back of the heart. Come on back to center. Walk yourself back up to the front of the mat. Step to the front of the mat, standing forward bend. Inhale, look forward. Good. Exhale, step your right leg back behind you. And then walk to the right until you come to the center of your mat. And a deep bow. Squeeze the shins in, widen the inner knees. And then let your whole spine just drape forward. Maybe using your hands to connect your shoulder blades onto your back. Maybe not for right now. Nice, Bruce. And breathing deeply. Who am I when I release all the labels? How do I live in that space? Pure silence. Nobody to argue with. Nobody to correct, nobody to fix. Good. Walk your right hand forward. Take your left hand to your outer right ankle. Now your right arm walks forward. Now come up to those fingertips. Push your sit bones back and wide and turn and turn and turn. Maybe your legs are too wide. You got to pull them in just a little bit. And then try the other side, making sure your feet are parallel to each other, that you're falling into your big toe mound and your baby toe mound the same. Good. So we have a tendency to drop that right hip here. So push the inner right, thank you. Push the inner right thigh more to the right. Reach out through that side body. This looks so pretty. And then release, walk back to the front of your mat and downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Okay, take your right ankle and place on top of your left knee. Right ankle, left knee. Good, bend your left knee and send your hips high to the sky. Keep that right foot flexed. Pull those toes down. There you go. Yep, you got it. Got it. Send those hips high. Keep that knee bent. And change sides. Flex that foot. Nice, Jane. Good. And then come on down to those knees and press back into child's pose. When words have their foundation in truth, they attract blessings, they attract grace, they attract good fortune. But by talking senselessly, you can actually drive yourself crazy, not to mention the people around you. Discipline in speaking, discipline in listening. Good. Walk your upper body to the right side. And walk your body to the left side. And come back to center. Come on up to your hands and knees and try a little cat and cow. Beautiful downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg back and up behind you, down dog split. And come up to your left tippy toes. Now keep that right leg as high as it is, but lower your left heel down to the floor. Stepping your right foot forward, open up Virabhadrasana 2. Come up to your right tippy toes. And then try to get your right thigh to descend just a little bit more. Good. Remember, you're pressing back through that left hip. Now lower your foot down. So the power of these legs is just crazy. And then go ahead and straighten that leg again and reach once again for triangle pose, Trikonasana. How can you free that space in that right thigh, right low belly, right side body? Maybe putting your hand up on a block or coming up a little higher. Give yourself some space to breathe in that right rib cage. Good, now take your right arm and slide it underneath your right ear. And then lift your right ribs a little higher. Good, now keep that and put your hand back down. Don't lose that. Come forward into half moon once again, bend your knee. Reach back for your ankle if you'd like, or stay right where you are. Beautiful, Sarah. Valerie, sweet, sweet, sweet. Stepping back to side angle, right forearm on right thigh, or start to go a little deeper. Same idea though. How about that right lowest part where it touches your thigh, where it touches your hip? Keep it lifted and open and drawn back. And then listen, right arm inside right knee if you're doing the bind. Inside, inside, yeah. Nice, Lisa. Touchdown, downward facing dog. Vinyasa of choice or none at all. Nice, Allison. Inhale the left leg back and up behind you once you arrive. Come on up to your right tippy toes. Keep that left leg as high as it is. Just lower the right heel back down. Keep sweeping that navel in. Left foot steps forward, soft landing. Good. Open up Virabhadrasana 2. Come up onto the left tippy toes. And descend that right thigh a little bit more, pulling the left ribs a little higher. Lift, lift, lift. Good. Lower the heel, straighten the leg. Reach for triangle pose, Trikonasana. And maybe today our hand is not going to touch the floor just because we're playing. Take your left arm underneath your left ear and lift your left rib cage up and away from your thigh. Pull it up. And then keep it that much space and drop the hand back down. Wherever that hand lands, that's where you stay. Good, Roz. Take that right shoulder back just a little bit more. Just the shoulder. Good, and then come forward into your half moon. Nice. Maybe reach back for that ankle if you'd like. Open that shoulder. As you step back, side angle, any variation. Remember, shoulders stay open, side body stays open, open, open. Nice, Kristen. And touchdown, downward facing dog. Good. Walker jump to the front of the mat, squat. Deep listening. Rebirth. You see Mother Kali. She's in that squatting position as she's birthing the universe. We too are no different than that, always bringing to birth, to light, our creative source. And will that happen no matter what? Maybe. But the quieter we get, the more we co-create more easily, peacefully, lovingly. Standing forward bend. Drop your mind. Hands on your hips, push down through your legs, rise up to stand. Bring your hands to your heart center. Lift up onto your tippy toes. Close your eyes. You're praying in the unknown. And then lower your heels, open your eyes. Good. Okay, left knee into your chest. I'm starting with the left because we're balancing. I can't believe I have to explain everything to you guys of why I do what I do. Left knee on top of right knee. Right elbow on top of left. So Garudasana. There you go, Susan. Great. And then squeeze your elbows down to meet your knees. Pull your inner thighs wide and apart. Sit bones wide. Breathing. Nice, Kathy. And fly away. Right knee comes into your chest. Wrap your right knee on top of your left. Left elbow on top of your right. Squeeze your shins, widen your sit bones, and squeeze your elbows down to meet your knees. And fly away. Good. Can you grab a block, or if you don't have a block, why not? It's been a year. Sorry, they said that. I didn't say that. If you don't have a block, maybe a book. Okay, so we're going to put your block on the right baby toe side of your foot. And you're going to take your left knee into your chest again. You're going to wrap your left knee on top of your right knee and have your left foot, just the tippy toes on the block. And push, so the heel's lifted. Good. Sit back into your eagle legs and then wrap your eagle arms. Left elbow on top of right. And then use that block to press, to press, to press. And use that block to feel your sit bones go wide, and to feel your low belly lift, and to feel your ribs widen. Soften those shoulders, even though you're engaging them. Soften them. Nice. Inhale, come on up. Try the other side. It's crazy to think it's been a year, isn't it? My goodness. My goodness, my goodness. A year of reorganizing our lives, huh? Good. Sit back. Allow that sense of pressing into that block to give you information. Where can I let go more? And come on up. Beautiful. Nice job. Okay, left ankle on top of right knee. Left ankle, right knee. And sit back into chair. Flex that left foot. Take those arms up alongside those ears. So all of these poses have that, everything has the same thing in common. Can I get more space in my low back by widening through the sit bones, widening through the inner thighs? Good. Rise up and change sides. Grow that side body nice and long. Flex that foot. Perry, lift your armpits just a little bit more. There you go. And then come on up. Okay, I promise, last time, left ankle on top of right knee. Sit back. Sweep those arms up. So outer armpit, inner elbow goes back. Outer armpit, inner elbow. Good. Now slide the left knee. Keep the arms where they are. Slide the left knee on top of the right knee. Just squeeze it on. Imagine you have your foot on that block press. Now wrap the arms, right elbow on top of left elbow. Yes, 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 yes. And fly away. Resume breathing. Right ankle on top of left knee. You know where you're going, but try not to go fast in your head like you're already in eagle pose. No, stay here. Press your butt back, pull your ribs back, and the back of the heart pierce forward. Now keep your arms lifted. Slide your right knee on top of your left knee. Squeeze your shins. Act as if you have the block there and push. Wrap your eagle arms. Left elbow on top of right elbow. And fly away. Beautiful, everyone. Really nice. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Step back to plank pose. Either lower your knees and take child's pose or move through vinyasa. And then find yourself in child's pose. Here, the poet says, in every heart the Lord speaks, like a bird singing the sweetest songs. The self, the true self, is always speaking in everyone's heart. The self is always speaking in everyone's heart. Allow yourself to become anchored more and more in the deep silence of your own being and hear the words that emerge from this great silence. Good. Come back up, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Bring your left foot in just a little bit. You're in that same place, both legs straight. You're going to take twisting triangle here. So your left arm can either stay on a block. Again, you're going to try to free that space where your right thigh and your right low belly meet. And then take your right arm to the sky. But then press your sit bones back and wide. Play with this offering here. How can I find more space in this twist? Get that shoulder to draw back, not just that arm, that shoulder. And then come forward, and we'll come into twisting Ardha Chandrasana. So your left hand comes on the floor, your left leg lifts up. And maybe you reach back for that ankle, maybe you stay right where you are. Step back, downward facing dog, beautiful. Take through vinyasa if you'd like. As you're ready, your left foot steps forward. Right leg comes in just a little bit. Heel touches down, you pause. Good, Jane. Yep. And you begin to come into twisting triangle. Your hand can come on the opposite side of your foot or keep it on the same side. You're squeezing through your spine. You're rotating from your spine. And as you're ready, you move forward into that twisting half moon. Twists are very good this time of year. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Yeah, Susan, it's a twisting half moon. There you go. Yep. And when you're ready, step back, downward facing dog. Okay, one more jump to squat, and then you can lie on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Stand squat for a moment if you'd like. If you're making up for the days that you missed the 3-minute squat. Stick with me with this in March. Just do the whole month, 3 minutes. Well, if you're just starting now, you're not doing the whole month, but do the rest of the month, 3 minutes every day, and let me know what happens. I exploded. Oops. Damn it. Good. Once you lie on your back, hug your knees into your chest and take happy baby pose. Press your low back into the floor. Soften the ribs here, lift the heart here. Take the sides of your throat nice and long. Good. Now take your legs straight up to the sky and take your legs wide to the letter V, arms alongside the body. Flex your feet. Keep the sense of lifting behind the heart, right? Remember the heart is in the middle of the spine. It's not to the left as in anatomy. Spiritual heart is right at the center. Lift that up, press your head back, and then very slowly start to squeeze your legs back together. Very slowly. Squeeze from the inner lining of the legs. Pull in. Once you bring the legs to touch, start to bring your right leg forward, slow, 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 and let it hover right above the floor. Right leg come all the way down to the floor, but hover. Still keep the heart lifted, still keep the navel in. Good, take that leg back up. Slowly lower the left leg. Keep the heel pressing, foot flexed, hover. Keep the shoulders dropping. Do not tense in your neck. Inhale, bring it back up. So do that whole segment one more time. Widen the legs, big wide V. Squeeze the legs in nice and slow. You can always bring the arms out to letter T if that's helpful. And then the right leg comes forward when you're ready. Don't rush it. I'm just reminding you. Hover. Bring it back up, and then the left leg. The next time you bring that left leg up, hug your knees into your chest. And take your legs back up to the sky. Take your arms out to letter T. Now do little circles here. Little circles. Keep your shoulders dropping down. Keep your head rooting. And then let those circles get a little bit bigger. And maybe slower. And a little bit bigger. And maybe slower. Now go the opposite direction. Go from the wide open circles to starting to bring it in closer and closer to the littler circle. Good. Tiny, tiny, tiny circle. And then hug your knees into your chest. Good. Bring your feet down onto the floor, arms alongside the body, and lift your seat up into bridge. Maybe clasp your hands underneath you. Lift your chin so your chin comes away from your chest so your chest can keep moving toward your chin. Let your breath get longer, specifically the exhales. And drop into this silence. And then slowly come down, and this is what we're going to do. I'm going to have you lift back up into the bridge again. And this is not a contest, but I want you to come up and stay in bridge until your body says it's time to come down. And that doesn't mean that at quarter of, in, half hour, that you're going to still be up there. So again, you're not trying to compete against yourself or anybody else. You're trying to go into some deep listening. So lift up your hips again. You can clasp your hands underneath you or keep them wide alongside of you. And then we're going to drop into that silence. And when the time is right, you're going to release your hips back down. Once your hips return to the floor, you're welcome to hug your knees into your chest or stay right where you are. If you haven't yet brought your hips back down, go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to give you an opportunity to take an inversion. Do headstand, handstand, or you can just stretch your legs back up to the sky. Maybe even come over to a wall, put your legs up the wall. Wherever you are, return to that silence. Just one more minute here. Trust in the silence. As you feel ready, begin to bring yourself back. If you're in headstand, lower your feet back down, shoulder stand, lower your hips back down. If your legs are in the air, hug your knees into your chest. And just pause for a moment and feel. We're going to come all the way back up to sit to finish with a couple of forward folds. So bring your legs out in front of you, facing the front of your mat. Draw your right knee into your chest and let your right knee fall out to the side, Janu Shirshasana. And coming over that left leg, so a mild twist to the left and then drawing yourself forward with a strap or not, up to you. And surrender to this powerful being that you are. Engage with this powerful being that you are. I want you to start to turn, keeping your left arm inside your left leg, start to turn yourself open and reach your right arm over your ear, side stretch here. You can press your arm into your leg. Now again, that armpit has to move back, back, back. Armpit back before the arm back. Good. And then one more time, turn over that left leg and bow. And come back up. Pause to feel. Now just take that right knee and send it back a little bit more. So it's a wide open. So don't open the leg, just bring the knee back a little bit more. And then just have yourself move right through the center, come forward right into the center. As if your right leg was out wide, but it's not, it's still bent. Just right to the center. Yep. Keep your seat moving back. So sit bones move back and wide, and you connect to your seat. So you feel that sense of deep grounding. And then pull your spine long. Good. Now start to walk your body over towards your right knee. Put your left hand on your right knee. Press it down and take your right arm over your ear and side stretch. You're reaching your right arm towards your left leg. Yeah. Good. And then as you come back, turn yourself back over that left leg one more time and come forward. Keep your sit bones back. Keep your ribs moving back to your back body. Then pull your heart forward. Beautiful. Slowly come on up and just feel for a moment. Amazing. Feel amazing. I'll tell you how to feel. Feel amazing. All right, go ahead, change legs. Remember, don't pull that knee as wide in the beginning. Just keep it as a regular, everyday Janu Shirshasana. And again, turn your body so it's over that extended leg and then come forward. See if I can remember what I did. To know yourself, go deep inside. It may seem scary, right? I really want to know who I am. Yeah, I do. I do want to know if Weasel is my guide. How beautiful is that? How funny is that? How funny is life? So deep, powerful. pressing your seat back, but pulling your spine long. Seat back, back, back. Good. Now start to take your right arm inside your right leg. Take your left arm over your ear. Squeeze your arm and squeeze your leg and side stretch. Pull that whole side body so long. Gorgeous, Yasmin. Love it. Nice rise. Yep, Ruchi. And then go ahead, turn over that leg again and bow, a deep bow. Great, Larry. Pull that navel and pull that heart forward and lift yourself back up. Then move that left knee wider to the left. Move it wider. And then just walk yourself down the center. Keep that right foot active as if the heel is pulling down into the floor and then pulling all the way up into your hip socket, and then pull your spine long. Breathing deeply, exhaling longer. Wander over toward that left knee. Put your right hand on top of the left knee, press it down, and then take your arm and reach it towards your right leg. And then that deep turn one more time over that right leg and bow. Inhale, come on up. Super beautiful, everybody. Good. Bring the soles of your feet together. You might be on a blanket here. And then come forward any amount. Slowly rise back up and come to a comfortable seat. Bring your thumb and your ring finger back to touch, Surya Mudra. Thumb and ring finger back to touch. Close your eyes. Deep listening. Radiant one. And then bringing yourself down to your back for Shavasana, hugging your knees into your chest. You can lift and shift your hips to the right, let your knees drop to the left. Try the other side. And as you feel ready, release yourself into Shavasana or stay in meditation wherever you are. Be. Ever so gently begin to deepen your breath. Let your body begin to stretch and yawn in any way that serves you well. If you're lying on your back, hug your knees into your chest, roll to the right side, come on up to sit. Asatoma Satgamaya. Asatoma Satgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotsya. Mrechorma Amrita. Amritam Gamaya. Asatoma Satgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotsya. Mrechorma Amrita. Amritam Gamaya. Asatoma Satgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotsya. Mrechorma Amrita. Amritam Gamaya. Amritam Gamaya. Sliding your hands to the space between the eyebrows. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, everybody. Go play. Go dance. Oh, don't forget, tomorrow, Sarah and Veronica have a beautiful workshop. Oh, my goodness, coming up, Unlocking the Pelvis. And what else is coming up? Hi, honey. We also have a teen class coming up for the first time since we've been on Zoom. So check it all out. Have a beautiful day. Love, love, love.
It was